What I'm about to talk about is very good news for the future of Stranger Things. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris and welcome back to another video. So today we've got the Stranger Things The First Shadow trailer. You heard that right. We have an official trailer for the stage play that's in London right now. The First Shadow play has been out for months. We've never really gotten an in-depth look at it. So we have a trailer from the Stranger Things YouTube channel that I'm about to watch and react to, and then I'm going to do a big in-depth breakdown of it all, and then talk about how this means we could be getting this on Netflix very, very soon. Like a high-quality production, Hamilton style, like how we got that in Newsies on Disney+. Before I get in this though, be sure to hit that like button and comment down below your thoughts on the First Shadow trailer. Subscribe and hit that notification bell to help reach my goal of 150,000 subscribers here on the channel. It will mean a lot. And if you want to watch Stranger Things with me, as well as other movies and shows like Cobra Kai or the Star Wars films, you can do so on my Patreon, link down below, where I watch movies and shows and do commentary tracks. In fact, my commentary track for the first episode of every season of Stranger Things is free to watch. For $5 a month, you guys can make a big difference in my life and my content creation journey, and your support over there truly does mean the world, so consider joining the Filmstock Patreon today. Without further ado, I'm going to watch this trailer, then I'm going to watch it again, take some notes, and break it down. So let's get into the reaction. Alright, let's watch this thing in 3, 2, 1, boom. There's a young Henry Creel. Here we go. Stranger Things The First Shadow. Hawkins, 1959.
The perfect house for the perfect family.
Creel family moving in.
This is going to be a fresh start for all of us.
If you start to get upset,
There's Henry.
just take a deep breath.
I mean, the quality of this shot like something that would be on Netflix.
I'm normal.
Oh my gosh. Takes theater next dimension.
Real.
I need to lay eyes on this play. The visual effects for a stage play out of this world.
It's not
Young
real.
Joyce.
I'm normal.
I know you think you're bad. You can
Ooh.
fight.
It's not real. I'm normal.
Okay, this is coming to Netflix. Come on.
It's not real.
Oh man. Oh man. 01.
Henry Creel.
Yeah, Stranger Things, First Shadow, come on. Come on. I have a lot to discuss. A lot to discuss. Even putting the Netflix logo there at the end. Okay, so immediate thoughts before I do my breakdown, which I'm going to take some time to write out. The production value of this play is unlike anything I've seen. I mean, I've seen, you know, things like Wicked off-Broadway, Hamilton off-Broadway, even, you know, Hamilton and Newsies on Disney+, and the effects here, unlike anything I've ever seen. Also, the quality with which they filmed this trailer, they wouldn't have gone through the effort of putting together this trailer and filming it if they weren't going to put this out on a streaming service, aka Netflix. It's coming, I would say, Stranger Things Day this year. I would put money on it, honestly. I am blown away by that, and I was impatient and read a synopsis of The First Shadow just because I really thought there would never be a chance for me to see this before Season 5, and with the Duffer Brothers having said there's important details in this play that are going to pertain directly to Season 5, I had to know, right? And so in the next part of this video, the breakdown, I'm going to point out some of the things that I recognize from reading through the synopsis, so there could be some spoilers for the play, so if you're not interested in that, click away. But The First Shadow, I think, is coming to Netflix. I really do. I mean, that was a high-quality thing. I honestly wish they would have gone, like, the mini-series route with this, done, like, a 6-episode thing, but I get they wanted to go the stage play route, but imagine how cool it would have been if we had, like, The First Shadow drop Stranger Things Day last year on Netflix to fill the gap between Seasons 4 and 5. That would have really hit. But I'm going to watch this thing again, take some notes, and I'll be back in a second.
A few moments later.
Alright, so I just rewatched this trailer, jotted down a bunch of notes about it. We've got a lot to discuss here. As you can see in the opening, Hawkins 1959 is when this play is set. The Creel family is moving in, and you see Victor Creel, as I have to say, and Virginia Creel, with their son Henry, who we know is played by Raphael Luce in the show, The Young Henry Creel, and of course Jamie Kimmel Bower plays the grown-up Henry. Then there's a lot of interesting quick shots. There's actually one of Bob Newby on air, and it had me thinking, with Season 5 having the WSQK radio station as a new setting, could there be some sort of tie-in to Bob Newby? Obviously, we know he works at Radio Shack in Season 2. It's probably a stretch, but it was just food for thought. We also see that Henry and Patty Newby have a friendship, and throughout the play, based on what I've read, Patty is trying to soothe Henry and be like a friend to him as he feels like an outsider in Hawkins now. So their friendship is one of the main points of this play based on what I've read in terms of the synopsis. We also get shots of Dr. Brenner testing Henry, another common plot point in the play. A few times in this trailer we hear Henry saying, I'm normal, so he's trying to convince himself nothing's wrong with him. We hear Patty say, you can fight it. We also hear someone say, you can't outrun the shadow, Henry. This is where I'm going to dive into some spoiler territory, so if you want to know absolutely nothing about the play, click away here. You've been warned. But one of the big revelations made in this play is that the Mind Flayer is actually controlling Henry all along. Or at least is like the higher up, and Henry works for the Mind Flayer. I'm not going to dive fully in depth with the details, but there are times where the Mind Flayer sort of just seemingly controls Henry. So Patty seems like the angel on Henry's shoulder saying, you can fight it, you're not truly evil, whereas Brenner's like the devil on his shoulder saying, you are the Shadow, Henry. Another big plot point that's revealed in the first Shadow based on the synopsis I read is that Brenner is hell-bent on finding Dimension X because his father served in the military and his ship briefly got lost there. We do see a quick shot of a ship in this trailer with what looks like some men from the Navy on board, and the background looks like they're in Dimension X, just like in Season 4 when we see Henry get sent there by Eleven. And then at the very end of this trailer we see Henry Creel kneel down to someone. We don't see who it is, but if you've read the synopsis of the play, this is a young Eleven. He reveals the O1 on his wrist and says, I'm Henry Creel. And this is likely from the very end of the play, as supposedly he has a moment where he tells Eleven he has special things planned for them. Again, I'm going to issue a massive spoiler warning here, so if you don't want to know anything about the play, click away. But supposedly, one of the biggest revelations in this play, aside from the Mind Flayer stuff and Brenner's obsession with Dimension X, is the fact that the blood of Henry Creel has been injected, inserted, transfused, whatever the scientific term is, into the mothers of all the other numbers. So Eleven technically has Henry Creel's blood in her. That doesn't mean that he is Eleven's father, it just means that his blood is technically running through Eleven's veins. All that to say, this was a very well done trailer, and even though I know a lot of the major plot points and reveals from the play, I'm still very curious to see how it all plays out. I really don't know much about Joyce and Hopper's role here, the same can be said for Bob Newby, but I'm just excited to see it with my own eyes because the visual effects there were stunning, especially for something that's just a stage play. And as a huge fan of Stranger Things, I believe this will be a treat to actually sit down and watch. I don't see myself going out to West End in London and watching it, but I do believe that them releasing this trailer on the Netflix account, on Stranger Things' account, shows that it's probably going to be dropping on Netflix at some point. There are some reports saying that it's coming in the early parts of 2025, but my money would be on a Stranger Things Day release this year on Netflix so that we could have some content to hold us over into 2025 when we actually get the final season, or at least the first part of the final season on Netflix. The play, I think, is going to serve a lot larger of a role than any of us thought originally. All along we've known, Ross Duffer and Matt Duffer have said, there are big ideas here that are going to play into Season 5, but it's not a required viewing. I think they're starting to realize as they're filming Season 5, we need to make sure this play is visible to everyone. I'm sure they're going to explain everything that's shown in the play via flashbacks in Season 5, but watching this play will be like reading extra notes to be more prepared for a test. It's supplemental material to Season 5, if you will. So yeah, I'm excited for the day that I can eventually watch Stranger Things The First Shadow, and I believe that will be on Netflix. The way this trailer was filmed and edited looked just like any other stage play that's filmed and put on a streaming service. Very high quality stuff, and I imagine the announcement will be made maybe over the summer that it will be coming to Netflix on Stranger Things Day, or again early in 2025. But what do you guys think of this trailer? Let me know in the comments down below, and be sure to hit that like button. And if you want a full in-depth breakdown of The First Shadow, my girlfriend Cam actually made a video I will link up above where she does a full deep dive into the plot of this play, and she knocked it out of the park with that video, so be sure to go show some support to that. But that'll do it. Thank you guys as always for watching, and until next time, I'll see you on the other side of the Upside Down.